Let me see if I can get that to work real quick. Okay, now it looks like it's working. So let's go ahead and get started. So last time I was working on the reports and the summary. So I'm going to continue working on that. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's see. So in the reports, I think what I wanted to do was change this to be after the drop down. Yeah, after the drop down. And then take this off. Okay, save those changes. Did I miss a session? No, I didn't. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't. Let's see, this is what I did wrong. It's the session was actually cached from yesterday. About certain, yeah, here we go. 10:20, almost 24 hours. Let me change this. It was cached from yesterday. And it would have been 11. Let's save that, and now we can go back. That looks more reasonable. And let's change this to 1.5 hours. Oh, I need to fix that bug too. Oh, come on. Okay, I need to fix that. That's a bug that needs resolution. So yeah, the summarize my task thing, let's fix that. So here's a task summary. It should appear if it's on this week, last 7 working days. All of them should appear, but then when I go to tasks, overview, well, yesterday for some reason this was not working. Why is it saying no activity for this range? That's weird. Huh. Oh, the reason is because I didn't close anything yesterday. So there's no tasks for the week as of yet. So let's add a task here for summarize my week. Search. And let's add another category. Let's make it at about an hour. Move that up. And then what I wanted to look at was task summary or weekly task summary. Examples. All right, so let's look at some images. I just want to get an idea of how we should lay out that report in the application. Certainly not like that. I was just thinking something like something that just lays out what you worked on for the week. How about a weekly report of work completed? What would that look like? I think this is too much. I mean, I know probably would be nice to have this, but I think this is over architectured. I just want something that's a little more simplistic. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if we were to draw this out, I would like a sheet like this that would have the task title. It would say work completed, and then it would have work completed from, and then it would say basically the start to, you know, the end date. And it would be like that, and then it would give maybe it would just show week, day, name, like this, and then the task you worked on. And then obviously it would actually, let's put the days of the week. And then you would have something like this. But no, that's way off. Something like that. And then it would have, you know, more than one, obviously. I'm debating whether it should have the duration of like how long did you work on the task, but then I worry that will lead to micromanagement. I've had a scenario where I've worked under a micromanaging kind of person, and I didn't like that. And then imagine if I build an app. I mean, would you want to use it? I know I wouldn't. If my app is, if I get presented with a tool that'll give my boss the ability to generate a report that will tell him exactly how long I worked on something, and I don't know, like I just feel that would lead to some of those people that unfortunately are very micromanage type of managers. And obviously that would be problematic, because now I've just given them the ammunition to be able to manage your work. And then not only that, but then the problem becomes where they have complete visibility at every moment of your day, and I just don't think that that's optimal. What is this? The name, the reporting. Oh, look at that. Reporting period's a good idea. And then the date. Oh, the date completed is good. That would probably work better than what I had in mind. If there's no description, obviously. And then so what it's saying is you have the tasks like so. Actually, this should be just so we can template. Not template, I don't know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Like make it look like a template rather. Something like that. And then it would so you have the task or project, and then here we would have a title, tasks. And then over here we would have a completion date. And then we would have, instead of work completed from, we would have weekly report template, or just I don't know about weekly report template because we don't want to tie it down to just be a week. It would be ideal if it would say work completed report. Like that. And then it would have like that, and then the reporting period. Like that. And the date of the report, maybe up here would be nice. Maybe eventually, if you wanted to do like enhancement requests, you can maybe present the option where you would have different templates available. I think that would be a good idea to have. And I don't know about department, because department, I don't think that that's a good idea. Ongoing, in progress, completed items. Oh, that's a great idea, actually. So right here, obviously you would have the completed tasks and maybe have like a line. I am really bad at drawing straight lines. And then you would have your work in progress. Completed and Ongoing. Actually, I like that better. Ongoing work in progress. Actually, take off work, because that's the way that one has it. That way it would be in progress. So naturally, we would have tasks that are allotted to be worked on. For example, if we go back to the Kanban board, we would have this week's tasks and today's tasks, and then the completed tasks. So ongoing or work in progress would be anything from this week or today, and naturally completed tasks would be whatever you completed within that time range. So I think that's going to work. I'll be right back because I think my dog needs to go outside. Be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Now, the next question I would think of having is, in terms of printing, like how do we get this printed out? Would it be better to have a CSV file where you export it and it can be opened in an Excel worksheet? Or maybe we figure out a way that we can just capture what's on the screen, like the HTML, just capture the HTML, the report as it looks on the screen, like the way it shows it on the screen, essentially is what I'm trying to say. So the way, basically what you see is what you get. What you see on the screen, just like you have right here, you can modify. I mean, not, what I'm trying to say is not that you can modify, but what I'm saying is the way that it looks on the screen is the way it's going to show. Another option is to generate a PDF. But the problem with a PDF is that it's read-only unless you've purchased the license to Adobe, like the professional, right? And let's say you want to have this in, well, technically you could always cut and paste it into a Word document if you needed to do so, and make some minor modifications to whatever your boss wants to see on the report. I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, I guess we can search what are our options, like what can we export besides CSV, PDF. What other options are there? We have obviously JSON that we could export, XML text. HTML exports data as a web table. So I'm assuming the only options that we have is CSV and PDF. My dog wants attention. No, I guess not. So I think what we're gonna have to do is probably go with Excel. I'm thinking maybe Excel. And then when we go with Excel, we can make it look like this template here. There you are. He wants the code. Thinking that we should do wait. I think we should go with what are my options for export in the UI? And I know. No, is it? What you see? Or you get WYSIWYG of an HTML dialog and print that as one with parsley control P. And generate a report of tasks from the report screen based on the dates selected. And let's give it some context, and then also let's take a screenshot, like give it an example of what we were discussing here. One of the things I wish that I could do with Claude that I can't is like literally just copy this and paste it. I can't. I have to go into screenshots and go, here it is. You can see my screenshot. And I have to actually go into paste it this way. And then let's give it some context. We're looking at reports. Ideally, I would want to click on the Um, on the task summary button, to read, open a dialog that shows the tasks as seen in the image of the report, and print it out. But another thing that it's going to need, I know that there's like a task utility. Task filter utility. And then the reports themselves receive tasks and where reports would be in the content area, and tasks are coming from it's not easy to do this with a dog. We should make a new thing, vibe coding with your dog. Maybe that would work. But this isn't really vibe coding, it's prompting, and you have to be very detailed when you're prompting. In vibe coding, I would literally just tell it, do this, and not give it any context, not give it any files, not give it any level of specificity. I've seen some people do that, but boy, do you go through your tokens quick that way, because not only does it have to think of what it needs to do, but it needs to explore your code base. At least that's what I've noticed. It explores the code base every time. And oftentimes, well, and I believe this is only returning the tasks, not necessarily, but it's returning all tasks. So we want to use the tasks. We want to use the filter utility. We want to use the filter utility to show what's completed within the range. And of course, the report is actually already filtering the tasks. We now just, for ongoing tasks. Don't look at backlog, as those would not be planned yet. And it should only show ongoing work in progress for tasks that are set up for the day or the week. Oh, and it's gonna need to know where tasks are coming from. And tasks are using tasks. I know, let me give it the hook. Oh no, tasks are actually being brought into the side panel as well. I believe this is coming from default layout. And default layout has tasks. Good setup. The button exists. Filter tasks is already scoped for the date range. Approach, open a dialog, fluent panel with formatted reports. Then have a print button that calls window print. Hides everything except the report container. This is cleaner. Open a new window. Avoids pop-up blockers in SharePoint. Completion date, column for ongoing tasks. Wireframe shows date there too. Oh yeah, I don't think that those, I think that those should have, because right now I'm not really keeping track of due dates, which I need to. That's another thing we need to add. That way we can have something on the UI that lets users know whether their tasks have been overdue or not. Clarifying questions, completion date. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with for ongoing tasks, use the due date if available. If not, a simple list. And then the tasks are ongoing, include queued. We only it has tasks for the week. Use those as well as today and complete it. Let's give it the default layout, and then the Kanban board. The Kanban board uses is still inside panel. Side panel layout, content area, and it uses task home. All right, see task home. And we have filter task by section, line 85 through 97. '85 through 97 to see the my dog is not comfortable, but she is adamant that she wants to be on my arms. Okay. I think that would work. I think that that is the way to go. And then what else was the question? Group by category, flat list, or grouped under category headers. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Because, I mean, obviously you're categorizing things. Yes, group by category. And then obviously the employee name. And yes, that employee name. Oh my gosh. The app. It needs to start working. You need to learn how to code. It's hard to tell her no. Watch. Look at her face. Look how sad she looks all the time. Only time she's happy is when she's out on walks with me and she's chasing down birds. You see her? She just got that look on her face like, you're making me sad right now if you don't do what I want you to do. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Now you can do use Claude remotely. That's pretty neat. You know, I saw the other day an ad. Oh, let's see. Good. I have everything I need. Here's my plan. Completed. Yeah, let's see. Oh, wait, why is it? Wait. Go back. Filter tasks were not completed. What sections grouped by category? Print being injected at media print style. Everything except the report div by ID. Okay. Let's check it out. See how that works. Oh, did I check in my code from yesterday? It doesn't matter. It was just adding a button anyway. Yesterday was a short one. I started kind of late. Just gotta wait for the build to happen, and then we can test it out and see, and then review the code. Make sure that the code is written correctly, verify everything, and then that feature will be done. And then I move on to implement the due dates a little bit better. There's an issue in task summary dialog. Bimodal prompts, is that even being used? I'm gonna check the code anyway. No errors found. Build it one more time. Perfect. All right. Task summary. I like that. But obviously we need to fix the dimensions a little bit. What happens when you click on print? There's nothing. I knew that wasn't gonna work in the first try. Yeah, I like the way it looks though. Imagine having that where like it not only helps you do your focus, you're focusing on your work, but it also, like, if you have one of those jobs where they want to not necessarily micromanage, but at least know what you worked on for the week, or what you have coming up, or like you're doing a stand-up call, you know, it would be a good thing to just be able to say, hey, this is what I've been working on, this is what I have upcoming. Because if you worked in a Scrum environment, I have many times, it's sometimes really hard to recall like everything that you worked on, so it's always a good idea to have you know, the information at a glance, and then you can do your, you know, you can speak to it. You don't even have to click on print unless you have to email it to somebody. You can click on print. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm happy so far. Due dates, obviously there's none because I haven't implemented the due date. If you go back to the task itself, you see there's no due date listed. I'm thinking over here to the right of the task name on the top right, I'll probably put a due date field, and then maybe make it to where if you're approaching the due date and you're still in the backlog, maybe it shows like a yellow outline. If you're like, I don't know, 3 days away from your due date, make it like a yellow outline around the task so that you know to move it to this week or to today, and give it a a little bit more emphasis so that you know what you're working on. But I think I'm gonna cut there for today. Tomorrow we'll do some code review, make the print option work, and go from there. But I'm gonna say bye for today. Me and my dog here, lady. Well, it's technically my daughter's dog. Don't let her hear me say that this is my dog. But since I work from home, she spends the day with me. But we'll catch you next time. Say peace, say bye-bye. See you later.